Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Reiners, optometrist and owner of Complete Family Eye Care. And today we're going to talk about environmental conjunctivitis and dry eyes and its possible correlation to the ongoing Canadian wildfires, forest fires, and all the smoke that's been covering the northern United States, particularly here in the great state of Minnesota. And as everyone knows, there's been a lot of smoky conditions, kind of off and on with some noxious smells in the air too, just some general overall poor air quality causing some upper respiratory tract inflammatory problems, and also cancellation of events and just nasty air in general. Kind of reminds me back in the day when it was you could smoke at a bar or restaurant, and it's just glad those days are over. But anyways, you walk outside, it's not very comfortable. But anyway, we've also noticed a increase in dry eye and eye inflammation problems the last few weeks. So I think there's a possible correlation to that increase in symptoms with all the smoke in the air, which seems pretty obvious actually. So kind of the mechanism behind that too, if you look at your tears, covering the top layer of your tear is a nice oil layer, and the oil layer prevents the evaporation of the underlying tear components and more watery components. So what happens is that all this noxious chemicals in there react and disperse the oil layer, the surface of the eye, allowing a lot of tear evaporation. And so we have this evaporation in the tears, and then also you have dry eye problems with symptoms that normally we would see in the middle of January when the air is cold, not so much in the middle of summer now when it's lots of humidity, and just simple dryness, grittiness, burning eyes, things like that. So, but also we're seeing some inflammatory problems too. So these noxious chemicals will actually cause an inflammation, or they'll fire the immune system up. The immune system will send in the troops, try and kill this foreign substance, this environmental substance that's got into the eye, causing problems. And so you have all kinds of inflammatory problems with redness, irritation, swelling, poor vision, just uncomfortable eyes in general, and as this inflammatory response happens. So anyway, what to do? Well, the first thing you do as far as the dryness situation goes is simply to, lubricate your eyes more. And so what you want to do there is to avoid any Visine, Murine, Clear Eye, stuff like that. Anything in a bottle. Try and stay away from things in bottles, particularly eye whitening products that I just mentioned. Those will temporarily make your eyes look a little bit whiter, but they'll actually make your eyes more inflamed in the long run. So what you want to do for lubrication drops and to replenish your tear zone good stuff is to use preservative-free lubrication drops. And my favorite one is Retain. And they come in tubes like this. These are preservative-free single-use tubes, and very compatible with your tears, and really replenish things very nicely. And you can use as many times a day as you want to. So particularly before you go outside is a good time to do it too, and also when you come back in. And then also too, if you have more inflammatory response, what you can try is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, like extra strength pad a day. This is just one drop in the morning is all you have to really do with this, and then use this in addition to the Retain several times a day. And so once in the morning, then several times a day with Retain. And that gives you some good relief. Cool compresses are always helpful too with environmental conjunctivitis. And then if you actually don't have results with this, well, first off, if you have an eye problem, see an eye doctor. Simple as that. Don't go to urgent care or your local family eye doctor for quote pink eye visit, because pink eye is just, why is it pink? And the vast majority of other docs will give you an antibiotic, which actually can make the situation worse. If you give someone an antibiotic for environmental conjunctivitis, the antibiotic itself and the preservatives in the drops can make the inflammatory response even greater, so it works against you. So if you have an eye problem, see an eye doctor, and we can guide you along the path of the best route to go and figure out why exactly your eyes are pink. That's why I've never been a big fan of the word pink eye. It's conjunctivitis, and this is probably, like I said, an environmental conjunctivitis. And then if these products don't work, also too, both these products are available at our clinic too, so we have these here all the time, so you can stop by and pick those up after your visit. And then if these don't work, then we can switch you over to an actual steroid, which just Dr. Sarah and I prescribe that. So that's something you for sure will need to visit for, is the actual steroid eye doctor. Really get the big guns out. These are non-steroidal problems. I get a steroid out to actually really calm things down. So a lot of times too, it's better to get things looked at, have us take a peek at that before it gets to the point where we have to put a steroid drop in the eye. So that's kind of the story behind environmental conjunctivitis and the ongoing smoky situation here in the great state of Minnesota. So if you have any questions or concerns, like I said, if you have an eye problem, see an eye doctor. Just feel free to give us a call or shoot us a message here on our website. Thank you.